So I watched the video and I thought I was going blind when I realized the premise was traveling through time and I saw the content that lasted 23 minutes and when I finished it I didn't want to start it over. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello, everyone. It's your boy Schizomanic, the insane game manic here. Back at it again with another Pokemon episode review. Uh, I guess we can quickly talk about the new opening. Not necessarily for the song, since the song is essentially just a rock version of the original song. So realistically, I think you'll still like it if you like the original. You might like this more or less. I probably would say I like this. I low key like this less than I like the original personally, but I still like the song because it's essentially the same song, just with a different genre of music. Um, the main thing is to talk about the visuals real quick. So, B's confirmation, Evolution confirmation, Sun and Moon Squad confirmation. What else am I missing? New catches. We know that I think it's confirmed that Go is getting a Heracross and a Flygon, which I'm a little low key pissed off about because, bro, those are the mons I wanted for Ash. Now, granted, Ash already has a Heracross, so that's whatever. Flygon, people don't know how long I've been repping, and they keep teasing. They tease Flygon all all the time. They teased him. What was it in movie 6? Jirachi. They tease him with Flygon. I think there's another movie he's with him too. And they keep doing that. And I'm like, bro, give him Flygon. Please give him Flygon. We also see that there's more Galar related stuff. And I'm glad they're actually showing Koharu for what she really is. A side character. Remember how the first opening tried to make her seem like she was the main character? Ha! Pshaw! Just get the fuck out of here. Koharu's a side character, and the opening just confirms she's a side character. They also show Raihan again, which I'm curious. Does that mean Raihan's gonna have a more prominent role into the next 30 or so episodes or whatever? I'm just curious. And then the Sun and Moon trio showing up. I mean, the Sun and Moon squad showing up is kind of early, considering I don't even think in the other regions when other characters showed up, like when Dawn showed up in Best Wishes, or May showed up in Diamond and Pearl, or Misty showed up in Hoenn. I don't think it was that fucking early. Not this early. This thing's really early considering, because like Dawn showed up, I think right before the league, or around the league in Best Wishes. May shows up kind of early. I will say that May shows up relatively early, all things considered. She shows up like I think maybe Ash is maybe he's at least 3 gym badges in, so it's still relatively early. I think if I remember correctly, She shows up relatively early, and then Misty shows up. I don't remember how early. It's kind of early in Misty's case too. I don't know. It just seems weird, especially considering we haven't been away from Sun and Moon that long. Sun and Moon's only been done with at this point for like maybe almost a year. And granted, we don't know what episodes they're showing up in. We just know they're showing up. So we'll see. But I'm just saying, like, it seems kind of early, but that could just be a mentality thing. That and because I have no emotional attachment to the Sun and Moon cast. So them showing up doesn't like elicit an inherent response from me. That's just a personal opinion though. So yeah, that's the situation with that. I think that's and then obviously the evolution of Cinderace and Lucario. I'm trying to think there was nothing else of note, I don't think. I don't even think there's any new confirmed catches on the Ash's side. I don't know what they view Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime seems to fluctuate between whether or not they want to count him as Ashes or not. That's just the vibe I get, and the fact that he's in certain sequences with Ash's team, but not all sequences with Ash's team. I don't fucking know. And then there's like the rumor that like supposedly goes about to catch a legendary. The opening kind of gives that vibe, but you don't know for sure, so we'll see. Um, but yeah, the opening's cool. The visuals look nice. We finally have a reboot that makes sense on context. Also, for some reason on Twitter, everyone was tripping out about reboot being a girl or not. I don't know how this episode gave any hint to that, or the opening gave any hint to that. I don't know where that vibe is coming from. I mean, I'm not against it, mind you. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, all things considered. I just I don't understand the logic behind it, I guess. Or is it that is it one of those things that since the last three gens has gone out of their way to have two male type Pokemon and then one Pokemon that looks specifically female as far as the starters are concerned? Like Delphox line was that for Gen 6, Primarina's line was that for Gen 7, and it's probably Cinderace's line that's that for Gen 8. Um, that's at least the vibe I get from Cinderace because I mean, you could make the same argument for Inteleon, but it's definitely not Rillaboom. But if I had to take a guess, I think Cinderace is the one people kind of view as the most gender fluid. None of this fucking matters, and I'm not talking about the episode. I'm just saying, particularly because the episode isn't overly interesting. It's just kind of like a fine episode. There's nothing about it that really makes me get like super excited about it because I mean it's backstory for Go about this one character in this one specific situation, and if I was overly invested in Go as a character, maybe I'd be more interested. The fact that also it doesn't really lead into anything new, I think that's the main thing about backstories for characters. I don't care if they have backstories and like we do these like one-off episodes that delve into a history, but it's got to show me a different side of Go. Go is literally the same he was as a child as he is now, even though it was only like 3 years ago. So the context doesn't like it's not anything interesting in the sense of Go. The Tokyo stuff in terms of him as a character, it's fine, and it'd be more interesting if that led into something in the future. It could, it may not. The potential was there, but that's all gonna hinge on Tokyo. Like that's the irony. Like it does nothing for Go. It's more of like a cool callback if the writers feel the need to do it. Although I felt like the writers did that thing again. This episode wasn't really that bad with it by any means. It's just something I would have preferred if they had did like a constant back and forth switch. Like you had like present day shenanigans going on and how it correlated to the past from the flashback. I feel like that would have been better instead of literally spending what was that like a third, like 3/4 of the episode in the flashback and only like the last maybe 4 to 5 minutes, only 4 or 5 minutes of the episode is actually in present time, and then the episode ends with like no real conclusion. They re-meet each other, but we don't know what comes from it. So that's why I say it's gonna be one of those things that probably be cooler in the future if they call back to it. But right now, it's just kind of like whatever. I will say I do appreciate the fact that this episode does the thing where it acknowledges that the Pokemon is not necessarily the premise. The Pokemon like Celebi is the catalyst, but isn't really the point of the episode. I kind of appreciate that. It's an easy way, and the fact that it obviously references Johto and that shit. Um, it's a cool concept without actually, making the episode about Celebi inherently. Like it's obviously the trigger for the episode, but that's all it is, and it's cool because that means we don't have to waste time on Celebi shit that no one gives a fuck about. I say this, people probably like Celebi. Also, find it kind of funny they showed a shiny one, but we'll see. Uh, I say we'll see what I should have said shiny one, but okay, that's what I should have said. But it's all right. Yeah, the episode's just fine. There's nothing like overly crazy one way or the other about it. It's just a fine episode. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing bad about it, really. Like even the thing I'm nitpicking is a nitpick. It's not even really worth complaining about. But it's also like the episode isn't overall like unless you're already a Go fan, like it doesn't do anything for you. It wasn't like, man, I got real more insight to Go's character. In what way? That he had this bad relationship with this he had this relationship with a kid 3 years ago and they remade each other in the episode. It's a nice episode. Like that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's a nice episode. And next week is a Cricketune lady focused trading episode where Go's gonna catch Heracross. So that apparently is making Pinsir swoon over it. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure. Well, no, Heracross's rival in Gen 2. Heracross doesn't have an inherent rival. Pinsir is Scyther's rival in Gen 1. Which is kind of weird, even though they're all so close. They're so close that you're kind of like, oh, okay. And then they keep showing Morpeko, which I wonder if that's going to lead into Marnie stuff, or are they just going to, or is Morpeko going to get caught by Team Rocket? Because they keep doing that, so we'll see what happens. But the vibe I'm getting is that either A, it's a Marnie cameo show up, or B, you're going to let Morpeko get caught by Team Rocket. You had no problem having the Pikachu clone get caught by Team Rocket in Alola, even though that one made more sense only because that version of that one kind of sets itself to be antagonistic by nature. So we'll see. But yeah, the episode was fine. Nothing really bad about it. It's just kind of a fine episode. That's kind of where my mind has been as of lately. I kind of want to get back to Ash like battling focus episodes where I can get excited again. Because right now I'm just indifferent, which, you know, indifference is just another way of saying bored. That might be controversial. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below and let me know how you feel about the episode. Woo! He got bars in here, boy. He got them bars in here, boy. All right, I'm done. Loves the gameplay to win, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Oh, my jaw. My jaw, dog.